Hi, today's topic for this video is passion overrated? Hi, my name is Dr. Meghana Dikshit and I am a success coach and energy psychologist. People, those who know me, they know that I am extremely passionate about what I do. But let me tell you something. Today I am here to talk about, is passion overrated? And if you can hear me and see me, please give me a big hi in the comment box. And if you're someone who resonate with the topic of passion, if you're someone whom you think that you're passionate about something in your life, type passionate in the comment box. Type passionate in the comment box. So here we go. So I was talking about how people always tell me that how are you so passionate about your things? Like how are you so passionate about everything in your life? Now let me tell you something, okay? Why am I saying that the passion is overrated? There's a reason behind it. Because in English dictionary, passion has two meanings. The first meaning it says is barely controllable emotion. Okay? And the second meaning the dictionary says is suffering or death of Jesus. Now most people, when they hear the word passion, they think of something that they like doing, they enjoy doing. It's like, you know, when they dance, when they paint, when they do something, or maybe a photography or anything, maybe it's developing an app or doing anything that they feel gives them immense joy. Is that what they're passionate about? Now I have a slightly different opinion about it, okay? My understanding of passion is as I said, there are dictionary has two meanings, barely controllable emotion, and second is suffering. So when people, you know, those who are passionate about something and they only believe in the first meaning of the word, what happens with them is they follow through their passion for days, weeks and months, and when they see that there are no results, they quit. And they think, oh, passion is something that I don't think it's something that I should be doing, or it's something that, you know, anybody should be doing. It's all overrated. The people, those who truly believe in their passion and they are ready to suffer, okay, they are ready to suffer. What do I mean by suffer? They are ready to put the hard work. They are ready to go even though they don't see the results. Even though they don't see the results. These are the people, those who make something out of their passion. Now, there could be years that you may not be able to get anything out of your passion. Are you then ready to be with your passion and make something out of it? The other meaning that I feel as a success coach and energy psychologist to take out of the passion is, I don't particularly think there is one passion that will live in our life. We have, you know, you must have experienced this as a child, and I have experienced it at multiple times in my life. That you know, as a child I wanted to become a dancer, as a child I wanted to play sports and become a sports person, as a child I wanted to become an astronomer, I wanted to become a pilot, I wanted to become an air hostess. Everything that glittered in front of me and I felt that I can do it, I wanted to be it. I'm sure you must have had your passions as children. So what were your passions? Put in the comment box and tell me what were some of your passions as children and you thought that you want to become that when you grow up. Now when you grow up, you realize that, you know, maybe I felt that this is my passion, but maybe this is not enough. The passion is not enough for me to produce extraordinary results. I personally feel there could be many passions an individual can have. So you need to understand which is the passion that can produce the results. Now what do I mean by results? Which is the passion that can actually give you the money? How do you know that the passion can give you the money? You need to do a little research in the market. Is there a market for your passion? Are there people outside willing to pay you for your passion? I always say this. So you got to understand which is that passion that you have and which is that passion that people can pay for. The another thing I always feel as an energy psychologist, when people my coaching clients, or even when I conduct the master classes, people barely know me. They see me extremely passionate when I'm talking. They see me that there is like entirely my energy is fully engrossed or fully involved into the subject that I talk about. So most people, when they talk passion, they think that it's only a hobby or is something that they like doing. I feel passion is something that you put your heart and soul in every moment into whatever boring stuff you're doing. Whatever boring stuff you're doing. And let me tell you something, people, those who put their heart and soul into the boring, mundane, everyday jobs are the people, those who make something out of their passion. Let me give you an example. First of all, let that sink in, okay? Passion is not only about what you love doing or what you enjoy doing. Passion is also about what you are ready to suffer for, and passion is also about what are the boring, mundane things that you're every single day going to do that will add to your success. If you resonate with this definition, okay, if you resonate with this definition, please put it in the comment box, you resonate. Type resonate if you understand what I'm saying. So first is you identify what you love doing and what people are ready to pay for. Second is you are ready to suffer for it. It's not always going to be rosy. Not every single day that your juices are going to flow and you're going to feel extremely in the top of your game. Then are you ready to still play the game? Or you're just going to give in to the emotion and say, oh, today I don't feel like doing it. No. Are you still going to go for it? That's second thing. Are you ready to suffer? The third thing is, even if it gets boring, utterly boring, mundane, regular job, day in and out, you're doing the same thing without getting any results. Are you still ready to go for that? Now, these are the three most important things when you want to understand whether you are on the right track. If you resonate with this particular definition of passion, then put it in the comment box. And also, I would love to know what are some of the passions that you have right now. What are the things you are ready to suffer for, and what are the things you are ready to do even if it gets boring. Let me give you an example, okay? Let me give you an example. Jeff Bezos, who is now the world's richest man, $139 billion net worth. Okay, his company Amazon is the second largest company in the world, whose now valuation is $1 trillion. Okay, what do you think? We all know he started with a small garage. Yes or yes? He started with a small garage. He's taken his company to such high level. What do you think? In the beginning, was he getting all of this? No. Probably he didn't have anyone who was even ready to trust in him. Probably he didn't even have, he must have had so many investors, those who turned his idea down. He still kept doing what he needed to do. Not just Jeff Bezos, but we have so many people like that. We have Warren Buffett, we have Bill Gates, we have Steve Jobs. We have so many people in our history, right from Mahatma Gandhi to Veer Savarkar to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose to Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, you can take so many other names. Those who have lived for the cause with their ideas, they were not successful in the beginning. They were one man's army who believed in one cause and were ready to suffer for it. Yes or yes, they were ready to suffer for it. They were ready to get into those boring every single day things. They were constantly upscaling their game by becoming better and better at what they do. I'm sure nobody started at 100%. Each one of them started at 0 or minus. What are you ready to suffer for? Passion is overrated, that's why I'm saying. There will be days, there will be months where you will feel that you're heading nowhere. Then what do? How do you work around it? I want to know from you. I want you to put in the comment box that how are you ready to take care of these three things when you're thinking about your passion? I also know a lot of my coaching clients who have turned their passion into amazing businesses and are producing really great amount of money. I am one of them. Like I was so passionate about transforming people's lives. I love helping people change their lives, upscale their game, take their life to the next level, take their businesses to the next level. And I turned, but it didn't come to me so easily. It took me a really long time and 23 years of experience, constantly working on myself, constantly working on my business skills, constantly upgrading my own skills where I can help people's mindset to change. The constant learning has made me come to where I am today. But when people look at me, they will think like, oh, what's the big deal? You know, she got it all, you know, on plate. No, it's not like that. It's not like that for anybody for that matter. Everybody who's in my team, everybody is around me sees the hard work that I put in. Nobody gets it easy. Everybody who's today making and being at that level of success are not overnight success. Sometimes it has taken 5 years, 15 years, 20 years of that person's time, efforts, money, resources to become an overnight success. But when people look at it from outside, they think that, oh, this person has got an overnight success. That's not true. That's not true. So if you feel like that, you have to first get it out of your mind that you have to understand that these are the 3 most important things that you need to learn and understand. What are you passionate about? What the market is ready to give you. The second thing is, what are you ready to suffer for? And the suffering will include everything. The suffering will include your own efforts. Suffering might include people ridiculing you. Suffering might include your family members, your friends laughing at you. The world may laugh at you. Are you ready to still take it? Or you're ready to give up when someone starts criticizing you or someone tells you that you're not good enough? Are you ready to hold at that time? You have to ask yourself these questions. And the third and most important thing is, how much ever boring it becomes, are you ready to put in that effort every single day? I'm today going to talk about something and give you something which could be an eye-opener for you. Okay, so what I want you to do is, I want you to take notepad and pen. Okay, I want to give you a test, a small test. I've written it down. I'm going to read it out for you so that I don't miss anything about it, any point about it. I want you to take this test. There are only 2 questions I'm going to ask you. Okay, the first question for you is, okay, if you're ready, type ready in the comment box. If you're ready to take that test, type ready in the comment box. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very much eye-opening for you to understand, are you really living your passion? And are you really ready to live your passion? If not, then go back to the job that pays you. Okay, you're not cut out for living your passion. So let me give you this very straight. Okay, and there is nothing wrong in it. There is nothing wrong. Just don't get swayed by the whole world which is talking about the passion. If it's not for you now, it's all right. It may come to you later. That's completely all right. You don't need to live your passion always to live in the world. Yes, but I would say this one important thing is, if you live every single moment with that passion, even the most mundane and boring activity that you're doing in your job or in your business will be really fulfilling. Okay, trust me, it will be. Okay, you will take time to get there and understand how to get there, but this is very interesting. So if you're ready with the notepad and pen, type in the comment box ready. Okay, so what is the first question? The first question is, what is the single activity? Okay, what is the single activity that creates the most value in your work? What is the single activity that creates the most value in your work? Now, for example, sales calls, following up with the clients, writing new material for copies, ads, coaching staff, promoting seminars or workshops, selling books or networking. What is the single most important activity that generates 80% of business for you? Okay, if you're not aware of this, This is your red flag. I'm telling you, if you're not aware of this, this is your red flag. This is the single most important thing right now. If you want to live your passion, then this is one question that you have to ask yourself, and you must know the answer. Okay, you must know the answer, what it is. I'll tell you about myself with an example a little later. Okay, the second question I have for you, okay, the second question I have for you is, what percent of your day you spend on that number one? What percent of your day you spend on that number one? So the first question is, please type in the comment box, somebody who is listening to this. The first question is, what is that single most activity that you need to do every single day to generate more business, generate more leads, generate more money? Okay, you have to write that one single most important activity. And the second is, what percent of your day do you spend on that activity? Okay, now let's be honest. Okay, just don't skip this step. I know a lot of you haven't given thought to both these questions, and that's the reason you are either going to quit or you're going to suffer without any results. And then you'll crib and say, oh my God, I tried everything, but I couldn't go anywhere. That's because you do not have the clarity. Okay, a part of it is passion, and the other part of it is how to convert it into the business, which is very, very critical. And business can only be run when there is a revenue generation happening. You have customers, those who are buying from you. Very critical distinction. You need to understand this. Okay, now let's go to the next part. Okay, now look at your last day of working. Look at your last day of working, and what percentage of an 8-hour a day did you spend on that number one activity? What percent of your 8 hours a day did you spend on that number one activity? Let me help you with it. Okay, let me help you. Don't get stuck with it. Let me give you. Now 30 minutes, it's 6%. Okay, 30 minutes is 6%, 1 hour is 12%, 90 minutes is 18%, 2 hours is 24%. Okay, 30 minutes is 6%, 1 hour is 12%, 90 minutes is 18%, 2 hours is 24%. So on and so forth. So what's your percentage? Type in the comment box and tell me, how much is the percent that you spend on your passion? That number one activity that you answered will help you. Most people are not able to convert their passion into profession and then their purpose or profit is because they do not know that single most important activity that will generate the business for them. Okay, now to get the best, now see, for me, most of my business comes from my passion, comes from speaking or conducting seminars, conducting master classes, conducting workshops. Okay, so what is my single most important activity? My single most important activity is to create long form content that is relevant for my target audience, that will add value to their life. It could be a post, it could be a kind of like a poster with my picture, it could be a video like I'm doing right now, it could be writing a book, it could be doing something, the content that tells the people that what I am doing is for them, for my target audience, not for everybody. That's very critical, that's very important to understand. If you want to live up to your passion and if you want to really make it a profession and make profits out of it, you must know what is your target audience. Without your target audience, you will not be successful. It's like shooting the darts in the dark. You don't want to do that because then it's by chance, right? Most likely when you know where is your fish, you will go into that pond. Yes or yes? Yeah? Type in the comment box if you know clearly what's your target audience. Okay? If you know clearly what's your target audience. The second important activity for me is following up on the sales leads. Now I don't do it myself. I have a business, so I have my team members. So my job is whether my team members are following up on sales leads. My sales leads come from multiple platforms. So my team members are dedicatedly monitoring every platform that the sales leads are generated from. So my job is to create, because I create the content. I don't ask anyone to create the content. I know the most about what I do, what I'm passionate about, how can I help somebody. So I create the content, but my sales leads are followed up by my team. Now, if you are not someone who has a team, it's completely all right. If for a starter, if you don't have a team, that's all right. Then how can you set up something that then you can follow up on leads? There can be system setup, okay? So what about you? How much percentage of time are you spending? Have you calculated by now? And if it is less than 25%, you have no chance to stand in the business. Yes, you got it right. That's a truth bomb. Type truth bomb in the comment box. Type truth bomb in the comment box. If the time is less than 25% on that activity, then you have no chance to be successful with your passion. Okay? Now let me ask you something. I'll give you some more examples. I'm going to read it out here because it's a lot of stuff that I have written down. Okay. If your typical day is crammed up with distractions, with interruptions, and with something like, if something that you come up with, like, you felt that, okay, this kind of a software is good for me, or this is good for me, or this social media, you just get distracted and it's like a rabbit hole, you go into it and your 2-3 hours are gone. Or you're Netflixing, you're probably going on something which is useless. If you're not laser focus, into your passion and how to convert into the business, most likely it's not for you. And let me tell you that. Can you create a laser sharp focus? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So you don't have to live in a distracted world. You can create. It's just a mindset. Okay, and there are ways you can create you can bring your mindset into the completely laser focus. Now, most likely you will be distracted if you are not clear on the single activity that you must do in your business. You getting it, right? If you're not clear, you will all be all over the place. You will be all confused. You don't know how to go about it. But if you're clear about something, it's very easy. It becomes familiar for you, and the brain will focus on creating the results. Are you understanding it? Okay, if you're understanding it, type in comment box, got it, okay? Now I'm going to give you a universal solution for this problem. And why am I saying it universal solution? Because when I say universal, it's applied across the world, and I believe if I say universal, emphasizing it, it may motivate you to get up and start work on it, okay? So how I do it, let me give you the 4-step formula of this particular, how can you work your passion into your profits, okay, or your passion into your profession. So first is, I set my annual goals. I set my annual goals of my personal life, the profits that I want, the kind of like people goal. Like what are my people goals? Like family goals, friend goals, team goals, my client goals, everything. I have goals for everything. My purpose goals. I love contributing in people's life. That could be transformation, that could be feeding people for free, that could be anything. That could be where I love contributing to people's life. So when I want to contribute into people's life, that's my goal. Like I look at contribution everywhere. I feel how can I live my passion every single day. So I set goals annually and then break them down to monthly, weekly and daily goals. Now it's a lot of hard work, I understand that, okay, but I said, right, you have to suffer, and you also have to do some boring stuff if you want to really make your passion into profession. So that is something I agree with you, that it's going to be kind of boring or kind of suffering, but do it. It's worth doing it. It's hard work, but it's worth doing if you really feel that you have something that you can offer to the world. Like, I categorically remember this. One of my mentors, Blair Singer, said that, if you have a gift and if you do not share it with the world, you are a greedy person. Your passion is your gift, and if you have the passion and if you can offer it to the world will benefit out of your passion. So it's a moral obligation. So it's hard, but worth living it, because you will be ultimately satisfied with all of it that you're doing in your life. Okay. The third and most important, the moment you set the goals annually, monthly, weekly and daily, you need to set up systems. Systems like planning. You have to write journals, you have to write notepads. You have to start networking with people to tell people that how can you be useful for them, how can you be benefiting them. You may have a great passion, but if you do not tell this to the world, how will the world know that you have something to offer? Like for years, I did not go out and tell anything to anybody, thinking that, oh my God, how can I tell people? It will look like I'm boasting about myself, or it will look like I know she has such a big ego to talk. I had my mental barriers, only to realize that I'm able to only contribute to so many people in my life, because when people go from referral to referral, I was only able to do so many people in the pool. Whereas my gift is to transform people's lives, and if I go out and talk about it, it's going to bring it to more people to me. That's how I will be able to offer my gift to most of the people, isn't it? So networking is an integral part of your system of achieving your goals. And the fourth and most important thing that you will achieve once you do all the first three steps, you remember what I said, right? The first one is setting annual goal, setting it in every area of your life. The second is, if you just joined this video, go back and check what I said, okay? The second is, then do the reverse engineering. Set monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals. The third is setting up the systems to achieve those goals. We all say that we want to lose weight in this new year, but we don't, because we don't set the system. Goals are again overrated. You can have goals, but if you do not have the systems to achieve them, then you will not achieve the goals. Let that truth bomb sink in again. Type in the comment box if you got that. Goals are just, goals. If you do not have the systems, then you will not achieve the goals. A vision with a plan will always be in your life, you can materialize it when it will come in your life, okay? And the fourth point is, once you set up these three things, you will automatically able to set up good habits. Habits like being punctual, habits like being good listener, habits like being honest, habits like sleeping on time, waking up on time, habits like exercising every single day, habits like eating healthy that will give you the laser point focus in your life. Habits like dealing with the conflict and not running away from it. Habits like connecting with people, habits like switching off from your work. That's important habit. Otherwise, a lot of people 24 hours keep thinking about their work. So there are so many things, and you may encounter some more behaviors that are depending on your passion and depending on the level of achievement that you're looking at. You will encounter with so many behaviors that you would want to change. So please tell me in the comment box, what are the three things that you are ready to go for? What's your passion that the market is going to pay for? What is it that you're ready to suffer for? And what is it that you're ready to do most boring job? I would love to hear it from you. And I would also love to hear what are your aha moments today in this video. What are the three things that you learned in this video? Please share with me in the comment box. I would love to read your comments, okay? And if you like this video, do not forget to share it with other 10 people. Okay, share it with other 10 people so that they are also benefited. Thank you once again for watching me here, and I will see you next time.